Hello students, welcome to the solution video of Cyclic Test 3. The subject that we are going to discuss is CS. Now this is a 50 marks paper. Let's start with solving the first section, that is section A. Section A, question 1A. What do you understand by e-marketing, or what is e-marketing? Now students, you can write this answer in your own words. You can add 2-3 sentences trying to explain this answer. The important keywords over here is marketing a product through internet, email, wireless media. So these are the important keywords that has to be there compulsorily in your answer. You can also add this point that e-marketing is also known as web marketing, digital marketing, online marketing. So try to write at least 2 to 3 points of explanation. So if you've written that, if you've included all these things in your answer, you earn your 2 marks. Now moving on to question 1B, what do you mean by deferred revenue expenditure? Now students, the meaning of deferred revenue expenditure is given in your textbook. Try to write it exactly the same way how it's given in your textbook. However, if you try to write it in your own words, these are the key points that must be there. Revenue expenses, the benefit of which extends beyond the current accounting year. So this is the keyword, or these are the keywords that must be there when you're writing the meaning of deferred revenue expenditure. You can also add examples. This will only enhance your answer. So heavy advertising expenditure is an example of deferred revenue expenditure. Try to again write 2 to 3 sentences to explain your answer, or the concept of deferred revenue expenditure. So if you've written all of this, you earn your 2 marks. Now moving on to question 1C, define advertising. Now students, it's a definition that's been asked. So you'll pick up a definition that's given in your textbook according to American Marketing Association. Now since it's a definition, the definition has to be written exactly word to word. No words can be changed. Each point, each word, each alphabet should be exactly how they are in your textbook, right? And it has to be quoted, which means you have to put them in inverted commas. So if you keep all of these things in mind, and if you've written your answer like that, you earn your 2 marks. The next question is question 1D. What do you mean by advertising agency? Now, you can write these 2 sentences. Advertising agency is a specialized organization which provides all advertising related services for some fee or commission, which when it is owned and operated by the advertiser himself, it is called in-house agency. So these 2 sentences are more than enough to explain your question, or explain the concept of advertising agency. But if you've gone ahead and you have explained it in more sentences and more words, well and good, but this is more than enough. So if you've written this much, you earn your 2 marks. And if you've written more and you've explained all the way nicely, again, you earn your full 2 marks. Moving on to the next question, that is question 1E. What do you mean by e-security? Again, you can elaborate this nicely. You can add more explanation to this. E-security stands for electronic security. This has to be there in your answer. It means network security, browser security, and computer security. It involves setting up measures and rules against attacks over internet. You can add even more things or even more explanation to this answer. The more explanation you write, the better your answer is, right? And it helps you fetch good marks. Moving to the next question, that is question 2. Question 2A asks for the benefits of e-commerce over traditional business. Now students, when you start answering this question, start with a statement. The 2 benefits of e-commerce over traditional business are, and then write 2 benefits. I mean, create the head points, number those 2 head points, and explain those 2 head points. Yeah. Now students, each head point and explanation contains 1 mark weightage. Since it's a 2 mark question, you will write 2 benefits, each of which contains 1 mark's weightage. Yeah. So if you've written 2 benefits with explanation and head points, you earn full 2 marks. Now moving on to question 2B. What is sales promotion? Or what is sales promotion? Sales promotion consists of all promotional activities other than advertising, personal selling, and publicity that help to increase the sales through non-repetitive and one-time communication. Sales promotion is used by firms to introduce new products to attract new customers and stimulate demand. So you can again try to explain this in your own words, add more examples if you wish to. So if you've written all of these things, if you've stated that sales promotion is usually done to attract new customers, new products, and stimulate demand, well and good, you earn your 2 marks. But the main basic meaning that has to be definitely there is this sentence. Yes, this sentence has to be there when a meaning of sales promotion is asked. Now question 2C is, what do you mean by capital expenditure, right? Now capital expenditure means expenditure the benefit of which is not exhausted in the current year but is enjoyed over a long period of time. Now such expenditure is of non-recurring nature and results in acquisition of permanent assets. So you can use textual language over here. It's best when you have to answer or when you have to talk about capital expenditure or revenue expenditure. You can use that. But apart from that one sentence trying to explain the meaning of capital expenditure, you can add more sentences which are nothing but the features of capital expenditure or examples of capital expenditure can also be added or included in your answer. So try to write at least 2 or 3 sentences to write this answer. So if you've done that, you earn your 2 marks. So the next question is question 2D, that is capital and revenue receipts. Now students, distinguish between capital and revenue receipts. Since it's a question which asks you to state or show the difference between these two terms, this answer should always be written in a table format, right? Basis of distinction has to be mentioned. Now since it's a 2-mark question, you will write any 2 points. Base of distinction, 2 base of distinction to be mentioned. Against it, you have to write 2 points for each capital receipts as well as revenue receipts. And it has to be in a sentence format and not in 1 word or 2 words. Yes. So if you've kept 3 of these things in mind, table format, base of distinction has to be there. The explanation has to be in a sentence format, then voila, then good, then you have earned your 2 marks. Moving on to question 2E. State and explain any 2 demerits of advertising. Write the statement first. The 2 demerits of advertising are, write 2. Since it's a 2-mark question, write any 2 demerits you're comfortable with. Create head points, number those head points, underline those head points, and write suitable explanations trying to explain those head points. So 1 mark for 1 head point and explanation. If you've written 2 head points, 2 demerits and explanations to those, you earn your 2 marks. Moving on to the next section, that is section B. Since it's a new section, take it on a new page. Write the heading section B. Question 3A. What are the functions of an advertising agency? Again, students, when you're writing such kind of a answer, start with the statement, the functions of advertising agency are, and then go about and explain any 5 functions, create head points, number those head points, and then explain those head points. Elaborate explanations have to be given. If you can, wherever possible, try to include examples. Yeah, it will only enhance your answer. So 5 marks, 5 points, and 5 suitable explanations. Moving on to the next question, that is question 3B. What are the techniques of sales promotion? Again, start with the statement. The techniques of sales promotion are, and then you will write any 5 techniques, create head points, explain the head points, include examples. It will only make your answer better and help you to fetch better marks, right? So you can choose any 5 techniques of your liking and you can write it down. Moving on to the next question, that is question 4. Question 4A asks, what is ERP, and explain the modules of ERP. Now students, it is clearly mentioned that you have to explain only 5 modules of ERP. First of all, since the first part of your question asks you for the meaning of ERP, first of all, write the meaning of ERP. But limit it to 2 or 3 sentences only. Don't go to write a huge paragraph on it, because you have to also attempt the second part of that very question, right? So ERP stands for Enterprise Resource Planning. It is a computer software or a system which is used to manage all resources of an organization. Yes, even if you write that much, it's more than enough. Now, the modules of ERP are as follows. You can choose any 5 modules you wish to write about, create head points and explain the modules nicely. include all the activities that are conducted by these modules, it will only make your answer better, right? So 5 modules, 5 marks. Moving on to the next question, that is question 4b. Distinguish between capital and revenue expenditure. Again, students, we are faced with a question asking you to distinguish between or write down the differences between two terms, that is capital expenditure and revenue expenditure. What are the 3 things you will keep in mind while attempting such a question? Yes. First of all, it has to be in table format. Second of all, basis of distinction has to be there compulsorily. Third of all, the explaining point must be written in a statement in sentences and not in 1 or 2 words. So if you've done this, you've kept in mind all of these 3 things, you've written 5 points, good, you've earned your 5 marks. Now moving on to the last question in this paper, that is question 5. Now question 5a asks you for the importance of advertising. So as always, you first start with a statement. The importance of advertising are as follows. Now students, this is a 10-mark answer, right? So there are 3, the importance of advertising, it's important to 3 different groups. First of all, the producers and traders. Second of all, the customers. And third of all, the society. So under each point or under each of these groups, there are several head points or several explanations. So you can choose to write 3 for each of them, or you can write, since there are 3 of them, you can write 3 for producers and traders, 3 for society, and 4 for customers. Or you can write 4 for producers and traders, 3 for customers, 3 for society. You can choose to write however you want it, but just make sure that you write 10 points since it is asked for 10 marks, right? So we start with producers and traders, neatly underline them, number them, and under them, under that, whatever points are there, create head points, underline that head point, or at least write it in good handwriting so that it stands out that it is one of the points under the importance of advertising to traders and producers. So it helps the producers and traders in meeting competition. Now, how does it help them in meeting competition? Explain it. Then the second point, steady demand, explain it. Higher sales volume, again, explain that point. Now, students, I have picked these 3 points. You may choose any other points of your liking under the importance of advertising to producers and traders. Again, the next point, importance of advertising to society. You can choose any 3 points, or you may write 4 points, and then you can choose to write 4 points here and 3 points there. So just make sure you totals up to 10 points. That's all that matters. What I have done is I have taken 3 points each for importance to producers and traders and society, and for customers I've taken 4 points, right? So that is how you will be writing your answer for 10 marks. So thank you, students. Thank you for watching the video.